Your angels have two messages for you. Imagine that I am telling you that your love story will continue forward like an unstoppable force of nature. Visualize the car card. The two of you, yin and yang, are moving forward in perfect harmony. Nothing can stop you on your way. The road is smooth as water. But there is a problem. Someone has heard rumors about you. They have been advised by a psychic to be careful. A neighbor may even try to cast a spell on some of you or do psychic readings. Because there is a cosmic boomerang, if they go astray, they run the risk of everything coming back to haunt them. Curious? Let's explore this karmic opening in more detail. You two have made a soul contract through this railroad. Imagine yourself and your partner on the chariot, a union of opposites that drives you forward with boundless energy. Your love has such power. Just like nature, it is a course that will evolve in due course. You are being driven forward by nature, an unstoppable force in your relationship. Flowing water and tree growth are both examples of how organic your love is. There is no way to stop it. Although they may temporarily hinder your progress, obstacles cannot halt destiny's march. This road rejects anything that is not true, that is based on deceit or terror. Problems arise so you can learn to let go of the imaginary. You will feel lighter and more liberated after you let go of those blocks. As you immerse yourself further in the power of love, time seems to fly by. Have faith in your heart and your intuition. Like following a compass, this is your highest kind of guidance. Your affection for one another is like a natural disaster waiting to happen. As a couple, you'll grow closer, find healing, and move through life more quickly. Their longing for that profound bond is overwhelming, and they're desperately homesick. They are powerless to resist the allure of this united road which their hearts yearn for. As their faith grows, they are pulled upwards by the weight of love and truth. These individuals were warned about you by a psychic. They cautioned them to be on the lookout for obstacles. Your neighbors may be involved for some of you as well. Showing up cautiously is possible, and it need not be a neighbor. I know it's not true for everyone, but it could make you feel like your neighbors are really into magic. You might get the impression that they have a spiritual bent or are interested in tarot. They may be attempting to gauge your energy in order to gain a better understanding of you. You better be careful what you do to me, because it might come back to bite you. Was the psychic's warning that they should proceed with caution. You are familiar with that energy, that feeling you get when someone tries to mess with you and it all comes back to haunt them. Who asserted that? You mean Cardi B? Yeah, she made that claim, and she hails from the Big Apple. There is considerable gravity to that caution. You can't deny the existence of karma and its ability to restore equilibrium. Additional messages for the group are being revealed to me by the Holy Spirit. This pertains to adversaries. You may have thought these people were on your side, but they're actually enemies. Despite their seeming friendliness, they are secretly plotting your downfall. Despite your trust in them, they are now more of a threat. Remember how that went? Axis ties. The truth is, you can't trust them. Thus, you are experiencing elucidation. And behold, the paradox of clarity emerged. I made sure to check both sides, and the deck is not inverted. Someone sought the advice of a psychic, but the reading was unsuccessful. Instead of finding the answers they sought, they were cautioned. Why? Reason being, despite their best efforts, these individuals are our foes. This is something that the spirit is aware of, which is why the psychic was unable to provide them with the answers they sought. It remained hidden from spirit. It seems like there's more than one individual involved here. Spirit is preventing them from seeing what they desire, despite their collaboration. They ran against resistance when they attempted to probe your life. These foes will never be able to evade Spirit's perceptive gaze. Additional messages for the group are being revealed by the Holy Spirit. It seemed like an ex-husband or ex-wife with a karmic past was stepping up to help someone out. Someone you dealt with in the past, whether it was a karmic ex-spouse or a poisonous relationship, is the subject of this. The negativity and loops in this relationship had to stop. When someone in this predicament sought the advice of a psychic, they were once again disappointed. What transpired with these individuals is going to be shared with you shortly. It was at the very bottom that the Angel of Death card showed up. Something major is heading their way. Collectively, they failed to hear the warning and are now setting the stage for what is sure to happen. This power is substantial. The psychic's warning went unheeded. They still didn't get the clarity they were hoping for because the clarity card is in reverse. A word of warning, however, was delivered to them instead. They should be careful around you, the psychic warned. People warned them to be cautious and pull back, but they didn't listen. This message was conveyed clearly and amply. Someone was warned by the psychic to be careful around you. Because they disregarded my warnings, the situation is about to escalate. Spirit is keeping a watchful eye on you as this issue deepens. Many individuals lack the level of spirituality they perceive. Things can really get deep, and they don't know it. They disregarded the psychic's repeated warnings. Perhaps they rationalized it by telling themselves, "That's not a big deal," or "They're nobody." Their evaluation of you was predicated on their observations of the material world. One must not judge a book by its cover. Here is a perfect example of that. They assumed they had you figured out based on your outward appearance, whatever they are. Your spiritual strength, though, was completely unknown to them. They failed to grasp the profound connection that exists between you and God, Source, and your forefathers. It went unnoticed that you share a profound bond with the natural world and all the creatures in it. Their judgment was based on superficial observations, yet they failed to recognize the profound spiritual strength that you possessed. You are shielded and guided by the divine, yet they are unaware of this. This someone misjudged the power of the Holy Spirit at work in your life since they relied on appearances alone to form an opinion about you. Someone is going to tell you about something that's going to happen shortly. Things are changing, and the Angel of Death is here to tell you about it. Also, notice how the Elites card appeared, inverted this time. Because of this, we can rule out the possibility that it is a member of a powerful elite. The alternative is that this individual believes they are in a position of physical power or rank. However, they are mistaken in thinking they are more powerful or have more contacts than you. Standing guard over the situation, the Angel of Death demonstrates that spiritual forces outweigh everything individuals believe they can manage. You will be informed of anything that is coming for this individual. They attempted to manipulate you in the ethereal realm, and now this is unfolding. A boundary was crossed. They were previously cautioned, but they chose to ignore the warnings. As of late, Spirit has intervened. They have been repeatedly warned to back off, but they have chosen to ignore these warnings. When people tamper with divine energy, there are consequences, and this is a sharp reminder of that. Your supporters have failed to realize your true power. Those who try to stand in your way will be met by Spirit with severe consequences. If you are ready, we now move on to our second message. Get ready for another message from the angels that will affect your life. What would you say if I told you that your love story is like a great force of nature? It cannot be stopped and will keep moving forward no matter what. Imagining the Chariot card is like yin and yang working together in perfect harmony, bringing your souls together. Your current course is as natural as the flow of water, and there is nothing that can stop it for a long time. But there is a problem at this point. Someone has been warned about you. They have been advised by a psychic to be careful and to walk carefully. For some of you, it may even involve a neighbor trying to read your energy or dabbling in magic. This situation is like a cosmic boomerang, and if they do something out of line, everything can come back to bite them in the back. Curious? Let's delve even deeper into the unfolding of this karmic destiny. This railroad has the same effect as a soul contract between the two of you. Imagining the car card would be like yin and yang working together in harmony, your souls balancing and moving forward together with amazing power. The power of your love can be seen here. Just like nature, it is a route that continues to unfold no matter what the circumstances. Nature is a force that pulls you along this path, driving your marriage forward. It is not possible to stop nature from doing what it does. The romance that exists between the two of you is as organic as the flow of water or the development of plants. It is impossible to stop it. Despite the fact that obstacles may temporarily slow you down, they are unable to prevent what is destined to happen. Anything that is not true, anything that is constructed on lies or fear, is excluded from this path. That is why difficulties come into your life. They are there to assist you in letting go of things that are not genuine. Once you let go of those obstacles, you will feel lighter and more liberated. As a result of your greater immersion in the energy of love, everything continues to move at an even faster pace. Place your faith in your feelings and your instincts. You are following the compass of your heart when you follow this guidance, which is your highest guidance. It is being demonstrated to you that the nature of the love that exists between you is a potent force. This brings you closer together, heals you, and speeds up the trip that you are taking together. They are completely and utterly overcome with love and seek for that profound connection. Their soul yearns for this path of unification, and they are unable to withstand the pull that it exerts on them. The more people put their faith in it, the more quickly they climb, lured upward by the gravitational pull of love and truth. This group of people was warned about you by a psychic. They warned them to be cautious and to watch their steps as they walked. There is a possibility that this will involve your neighbors for some of you. There is no requirement that it be a neighbor. Nevertheless, if you show up with prudence, it is feasible as well. There are some people out there who could get the impression that their neighbors are interested in magic, but this may not be applicable to everyone's circumstances. You can get the impression that they are spiritual individuals or that they are interested in tarot. It's possible that they are attempting to learn more about you and are tapping into your energy. After saying something along the lines of, "You better be careful what you do to me because it might come back to bite you," the psychic advised them to proceed with caution. You are aware of that vibe. It is similar to the situation in which someone believes they can screw with you, but it comes back to them with a bang. Who made that statement? Cardi B, doesn't she? Indeed, she did it, and she hails from the state of New York. Those words of caution carry a great deal of significance. Karma is a genuine thing, and it has a way of bringing things back into equilibrium. An increasing number of messages for the group are being revealed to me by the Holy Spirit. The topic at hand is adversaries. You may consider these individuals to be your pals, but in reality, they are not. In spite of the fact that they are smiling in your face, they are actually working against you. There is a possibility that you trusted them, but in reality, they are more of a foe. So, how has that been going? People who are enemies. It's important to note that they are not real. This is the reason why you are gaining clarity. Indeed, the word clarity was pronounced backwards. Upon further inspection, I confirmed that the deck is not inverted. An individual sought the advice of a psychic, but they were unable to obtain the answers they were hoping for. Instead of finding clarity, they were given a warning when they went looking for it. How come? Simply because these individuals are adversaries, despite the fact that they act differently. Due to the fact that the spirit is aware of this, the psychic was unable to provide them with the knowledge that they desired. It wasn't revealed by the spirit. I get the impression that this is not just one person, but rather a gang. Although they are cooperating with one another, spirit is preventing them from seeing what it is that they desire to see. It was their attempt to delve into your life, but they were met with resistance instead. Spirit sees everything, and these adversaries will not be able to get past it. The Holy Spirit is continuing to reveal additional messages to the group as a whole. I witnessed a karma, ex-husband or karmic ex-wife, making an effort to fulfill their obligations to someone else. This pertains to a relationship that is poisonous, such as a karmic ex-spouse or a previous partner that you have dealt with. It was time to put an end to this relationship because it was rife with destructive thoughts and cycles. Someone who was in this predicament sought the advice of a psychic, but once again, they were given a warning rather than the answers they were looking for. In a little while, you will learn the details of what transpired with these individuals. In the bottom of the deck, the Angel of Death card was revealed. They are about to face a significant challenge as a result of this. Collectively, they did not pay attention. They disregarded the warning, and now the forthcoming events are set to take place. This energy is quite powerful. They did not pay attention to the warning that the psychic put forth. Since the card for clarity is still in the opposite position, it indicates that they did not obtain the clarity that they desired. They received a warning instead of the message they had expected. During their conversation with you, the psychic advised them to proceed with caution. The warnings to be cautious and to take a step back were given to them, but they did not take them seriously. This was a message that I comprehended quite well. Another person was advised by the psychic to proceed with caution when it comes to you. Because they did not pay attention, things are going to start getting serious now. The gravity of this issue is growing, and the spirit is keeping a watchful eye on you throughout it all. Quite a few individuals are not as spiritual as they believe they are. They are oblivious to the fact that things can progress to further levels. There was another opportunity for the psychic to warn them, but they chose not to listen. The likelihood is that they disregarded it, thinking to themselves, "That's not a big deal," or "They're nobody." They made their evaluation of you based on what they observed in the exterior world. This is a wonderful example of how one should not judge a book by its cover. Regardless of who this person is, they took a peek at your outside appearance and believed that they had you figured out, but they were completely unaware of the spiritual power that you possessed. Those individuals were unaware of the extent to which you are connected to God, to Source, and to your ancestors. They failed to recognize the reality that you have a profound connection to the natural world and the animals that are in your immediate vicinity. They made judgments based on what they could see on the surface, but they were unable to see the tremendous spiritual strength that you possessed. Those individuals were unaware that you are surrounded by heavenly protection and direction. This individual believed that they could judge you just based on your appearance, but they failed to take into account the influence that the Holy Spirit has on your life. Something is going to take place, and you are going to be informed about it in the near future. This circumstance is marked by the presence of the Angel of Death, which is a strong indication that things are changing. Also, take note, the Elites card appeared, but in the opposite direction. What this indicates is that it is not a truly powerful individual or a member of any higher organization. On the contrary, this individual believes that they are in a position of rank or authority in the physical world. They are mistaken in their belief that they have more influence or connections than you have, but they are wrong. This issue is being overseen by the Angel of Death, which demonstrates that spiritual powers are significantly more powerful than anything that people believe they have control over. This individual is going to be the recipient of something, and you will be informed about it. This is taking place as a result of their attempt to engage in activities with you in the spiritual sphere. They went on the wrong path. They have been cautioned in the past, but they have chosen to disregard the warnings. Now Spirit is beginning to take over. Despite the fact that they were offered numerous opportunities to retreat, they chose to disregard the warnings. If anyone interferes with the sacred energy, there will be consequences. This serves as a clear reminder. They do not take into account the power that you have. When it comes to people trying to interrupt your journey, Spirit does not take them lightly. Heed the message of the angels and subscribe to the channel and send this video to 5 friends so that your day will be peaceful and happy, and wait for the message of the angels.